Buenos días, clase de español. This is Señor Irvin, and this is tutorial número dos, I think. Yep, number 2, about this fashion world that we are going to be creating here in MinecraftEdu. So in this step, this is probably the most important step. We are going to learn how to go ahead and create an NPC, a non-playable character that's going to be your salesperson, your vendedor. And you will be able to then set up your store with the vendedor inside of it, and that person will go ahead and take care of all of the business that's happening inside your store. So first of all, you can take a look around, and I've placed a bunch of different signs up there in español: la gorra azul, solo 100 pesos, pantalones muy baratos, even questions like te gusta el traje rosado, solo 200 pesos. I've placed all kinds of different items in different ways, and just to give you guys some ideas about what you could do, okay? And so right now what you should do is, as you're going ahead and following along in this video, is you should have a collection of clothes maybe inside of a chest like I have here. I've placed all kinds of different clothes in here because I'm going to have my vendedor sell these clothes. So I'm going to move some of them right now to my bar down there so that I can quickly, easily move them to the vendedor. And I've moved several items there. So we have them. So you can see Paco el vendedor. Let's just see what the final product looks like as far as a vendedor. I'm going to right click him and he should say some stuff in Espanol. Let's see what happens. First of all, he said, "Te gusta mi ropa," or Spanish. And I've set up about 4 or 5 random statements that are going to come up when I click him. I'm going to click him again. Actually, the one menu comes up, "Quieres comprar ropa," or Spanish, and I'm going to show you how to go ahead and create these statements. It's actually super easy. As I right click them, a trader menu actually comes up because I've already set up some different items here for him to go ahead and sell, and I'm going to show you how to go ahead and do those things too. The first thing you're going to do as far as the NPC, the first thing you're going to need is you're going to need this thing on page 2 of your item menus here. I just pressed E, by the way, to be able to get to this menu, and then scroll over to page 2 and then click this little icon here, which will give us our custom NPC tools. Okay, the 2 tools you're going to want to have are the Npc Wand, and if you're going to create, for example, anybody that's a female, then you're going to need the mob cloner, also this little axe. Okay, these 2 tools are what we're going to be using at least in this specific lesson. So we're going to scroll on over to the NPC Wand. If you just want to create a male character, you just start off with the NPC Wand. Just for our sake, let's create a female character right here too. And I'm going to right click on the floor there, and it says if I've already created some people, basically I can clone them right here, but we haven't created anyone here. So let's go to the entities here, and there's all kinds of weird mobs, all kinds of different things. You can scroll down and start checking out some of the different items here. It's a dwarf female, a dwarf male, an elf female, and that's the one I'm going to actually choose. She doesn't quite look like an elf except for her ears, so I'm going to go ahead and spawn her, and there she is. And randomly a name will appear up here. In this case, it's Kenneth. That's a weird name. And so we're going to change that name. That's one of the first things we're going to do. I'm going to right click her, and her name is Kenneth. I'm going to choose a more appropriate name for Spanish class. I'm going to call her Marta Manda. That's my mom's name. And for title, we're going to put a title for her. She's a vendedora. She is a salesperson. That's what she's going to be doing here. And then one of the other things you can do right away is change what she looks like. Right now she looks like an elf female as far as like her outfit. I'm going to go ahead and select here and select a different, let's do a formal one. There you go. Elf Queen formal. She looks a little bit like more like a person that's selling things. I've also figured out that you can, if you want, put some clothes, specifically the clothes that you are selling, you could put them on your NPC, and for the most part they show up. There are some different things you're gonna have to try out depending upon which texture you select. So anyway, I've selected the name here, Marta Manda. That's what you should do. The title should be either vendedor for the salesperson for the guy, vendedora for the female, and then of course select a different type of texture here. The next thing we're gonna do is let's go ahead and go to AI, because you're going to want your character to move around. move around, but not move around too much. So I'm going to go here where it says movement. I'm going to press edit. Right now she's just standing. So I'm going to say, why don't you go ahead and wander around, and let's give her a 3-block radius to be able to walk around. I want her to walk around, but not too much. Okay, I don't want her to wander off into other rooms or out in the street and then never be able to find her again. No, same. So I just selected this. It was down here under AI and then movement, and I selected edit, wandering, and it should be done here. My son told me to change this cobweb effect to press no. He said that that makes a difference as far as whether or not they start moving right away. So we're going to select no over here on cobweb effect. Under inventory, we could actually put some different clothes on her. Like we can put some sunglasses on her. Whoa, that looks disturbing. We'll take those off. Those don't look quite right. But you could put some items, some hats, shirt, pants, boots, and depending upon if they actually fit with that outfit, these are going to just ruin that outfit, so I'm not going to mess around with it. That's under inventory. None of this is super important. Just the name, the title, vendedora, a certain type of outfit, and then let's go over here to advanced. This is when things get for real. The first thing we're going to do is where it says no role, we're going to change that role. And we're going to change it to trader. It happens to be the first one that I just clicked on. It changes to trader. There's a bunch of different roles: follower, bank, transporter, mailman, and back to trader. That's the one that we want. And then we're going to edit the trader role. And what that's going to do is going to allow for the NPC to be a salesperson. They're going to be able to sell items. So I'm going to press edit over here. And this kind of weird menu comes up. And basically the way that this menu goes is the 2 blanks here to the left of the single blank. This is what you pay to get this. So this is what you pay to get this. So I'm going to go ahead and start placing some items in here. And then we're going to go get some gold coins and then fill out the rest. So let's put this little leather thing here. Let's put this here. And we're going to just fill up our items. And what you should do with your vendor is fill in all of these. What is this? 6 here, 12, 18 items. That'd be great. Fill them all in here. I'm just filling them all in here just for right now. And anyway, you should fill in all 18. I'm going to press escape. Actually, I'm just going to close this. And I can always get back to her, so don't worry about saving or whatever. It's going to be just fine. I'm just going to be able to right-click on her in just a bit and then be able to do this. I'm going to open this up. And I have some gold coins in here. And I got them basically. I just did a search and I just typed in coins, and there's all kinds of coins, and I just happened to select gold coins. And I'm gonna go ahead and put them in here, and I'm gonna come back to her and right click her again. Now remember, I'm right clicking her with the NPC Wand, not the mob cloner, but the NPC Wand, which allows me to manipulate what she is. So there's her name, Marta Manda Vendedora. I'm gonna come over here to advanced. She is a trader. Edit that, and then now let's say, okay, so for this nice shirt, maybe that'll cost 2 coins. This skirt 1, sunglasses 1, zapatos una, this suit, and this one, and maybe say 3 for that one, and then 2 there. And then basically how it works is super simple. I'll show you. We're gonna come up to Marta Manda, and I'm just gonna right click her, just with nothing in my hand. And then all of the items are there. Now, if I want something, for example, I wanted this skirt, I just take it, and it just takes the money directly from my inventory. Right now, Marta Manda, when I come up to her, by the way, and I try to talk to her, she says hello or Spanish. We got to change that because we want her to speak Spanish. So let's right-click her again, and this is the last thing that we're going to do. We're going to, again, go to Advanced and go down to Lines. It says Lines there. And one of them is called Interact Lines. And let's click on that one. Right now, all she says is hello to the player. So let's change that first one. Let's change it to hola to the player. And maybe even put an exclamation point. Okay? We can even ask, she's a really nice person. She's going to ask, ¿Cómo estás? And then she's going to, at P just means at the player that she is in front of, whoever right-clicks her. Okay? ¿Cómo estás? Let's say some kinds of statements that have to do with buying things, right? Like, do you want to buy some clothes? ¿Quieres comprar ropa? And at P, which means at the player. How about this one? we have lots of great clothes. Tenemos mucha ropa bonita. Let's say pretty clothes. Exclamation point. Even at the player. Boom. Cool. And so you should come up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 statements in Espanol that when the person comes up, any person, and actually you can create 16 because it looks like you can do them on both sides here. See? But anyway, create 8 of them. And then what happens is I'm going to just go to X off of here. Oops, did I just delete her? No, there she is. And now let me right click her. Oh, don't escape from me. Here we go. Right click. And she randomly says things like, ¿Quieres comprar ropa? You see this? ¿Quieres comprar ropa of Spanish? I'm going to click her again. She just said it. Hola of Spanish now. Randomly, ¿Quieres comprar ropa? Let's see what else she says. Hola of Spanish. Let's see if the other ones come up. ¿Cómo estás of Spanish? So basically, she'll cycle through all of her different statements. Cool? And anytime I come up to her, I can always buy different types of items, different types of clothes. Muy bien. So that's how you create the NPC. Whether it be a male or a female character, you can do that. By the way, the male, all you need is the Mpc Wand. And you just right-click the ground, and automatically a male NPC comes up. If you don't like your NPC, you just, again, right-click them and just press delete over here. It says, are you sure you want to delete this guy? Yep. Adios. And he'll be gone or she'll be gone. Put up signs, decorate your place, make it look all fabulous and amazing. Maybe have some chests that have all of your clothes available for people to try them on. You have a vast city here to be able to go ahead and decorate. Find yourself a shop that you like, an area, set up a sign, and then later on we're going to go visit your stores and interact with your characters that you created, and then be able to say, hey, you know, look at all the cool stuff that they ended up making in their place. Bueno, that's all I've got for you guys. Adios, hasta la vista. If you have questions, of course, ask Señor Irvin.